My name is Matt, and I'm a teacher.
Basketball skill, general adaptations and gameplay. Picture of Bell basketball, Polyspot, sound source, Bell wristlet, tactile maps, tactile basketball diagrams, artist's figurine.
Before engaging in specified instruction, instructors should take the time to pre-teach skills, environmental layout, and equipment. Instructors should give students the opportunity to explore all the materials that will be used in our teaching. Now that we have explored teaching the basketball skills in depth separately, we're going to talk about bringing all of the skills together into gameplay. Before you get into gameplay, you want to make sure the student has a conceptual understanding of the layout of the basketball court and how the game comes together with all of the skills. The most effective way to do this is with a tactile map of the basketball court. Here in my hand is a tactile map of the basketball court. A tactile map can be made with string, pipe cleaners, or puffy paint on cardboard or other materials and should be labeled with braille or large print according to the student's preferred reading medium. Instructors should walk through the tactile map with the student and talk about the layout of the court and how the skills learned are utilized in gameplay. In my hands is the artist figurine. We can use the figurine to move it into basketball positions, whether that be shooting, passing, offensive, or defensive movement. You and the athlete can move the artist figurine into a variety of positions that are beneficial for the basketball game. As well as our artist figurine, we also have tactile diagrams of our basketball skills. These are also made fully accessible using large print and braille, as well as being tactile, describing the movements of either a pass or a shoot or offensive or defensive position for our athletes. We should explore these with our athletes to go over and ask questions about the skills that are being utilized for gameplay. We want to make sure that all the equipment used is accessible to the student using it. If a student benefits from high contrast materials or sees some color better than others, tape that is a contrasting or preferred color can be added to the materials. Additionally, teammates can wear this color to help them be more identifiable. All materials that we will be using in this video make a different audible sound, making them easier to identify and differentiate. The beeping sound source is a great tool to put behind the backboard to help students orient to the hoop when shooting. Additionally, some students find it helpful for the beeper to stay on constantly to help them maintain oriented while playing. Therefore, it can be helpful to use a different noise-making sound source for each hoop, such as one beeping and one that buzzes makes a different tone sound, to help the student differentiate and orient to the correct hoop. You can also use a portable music player with a remote to be able to remotely turn the music on and off. When playing a game, some students find it helpful when their teammates wear a noise-making device to make them easier to track. You can do this by having all players on one team wear bell wristlets, while the other team wear bell wristlets that rattle. Others find having teams wear pennies in specific colors helpful. The basketball is made audible with bells inside. Bounce passes are more accessible during gameplay because they provide a natural beacon for the player to orient off of and track the ball more easily. Therefore, students should be encouraged to utilize bounce passes as much as possible. When utilizing chest passes, communication is of utmost importance as described in our passing video. To help students stay within the lines during gameplay, tactile markers such as string can be added around the outer lines to give students a tactile barrier. Additionally, the lines can be made high contrast with floor tape that is appropriately high contrast depending on the color of the floor. Prior to gameplay, instructors should have all students engage in drills to practice linking multiple skills together. In particular, drills should focus on having students move through space while performing the drills to simulate gameplay. To help students orient to gameplay, having a peer or instructor audio describe the game to them while the student is waiting to play helps them have a conceptual understanding of the game. The peer or instructor should use the tactile map with the student so the student can follow along. During gameplay, instructors should offer verbal cues as needed to help the student get involved in the game. That was the overview of basketball gameplay. With good communication and accessible equipment, basketball can be accessible for all students.
For more, visit the Sports Adaptations page at www.nwaba.org. Thank you for watching. Slide of NWABA logo.